Thank you. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Excellent. So before I start talking about me and what I'm going to share with you, I only have 45 minutes to condense 10 years of building businesses. So I'm going to move fairly fast. Can you understand my accent?
Yes.
Okay, and just remember this. Anything said in a British accent is right. Got it? Remember that. Thank you. I want to start with, we talked about 3 words. There's a theme, and I want to start with these 3 words. You are ready. You are ready. What is it?
You are ready.
You don't need to get more skilled. You don't need to wait any longer. You are ready now to do what needs to be done to get to where you need to go. Do we agree? Yes or no?
Yes.
Excellent. Yes or no?
Yes.
Excellent. So let me see if I can use this clicker. It's different than the UK's one. Yeah, hey, it works. Already success. So my name is Elliot. I'm the founder of Strategic Brilliance Services. And what I do is I work with consultants, trainers, speakers, and coaches to help them build cash-rich, scalable businesses that support their lifestyle so you can go out there and make impact in this world. And how many of you agree right now we need some great leaders out there? Yeah? Now, by the way, I want to show you something. This is 100%. Yeah? So this is kind of like it's Saturday morning, you're doing me a favor. And this is I can't be bothered. Yeah? So I'm going to give you 100%. You're going to give me 100%?
Yes.
Okay, so how many of you agree we need some great leaders out there?
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay. I might attempt to do American accent here and there, but please forgive me. Right? I'm also the commercial director of Pony Express Speakers Club. And that's a public speaking training company. And there we teach the speaker's method. And that's all about giving you the 6 key areas of commercializing your public speaking. But today I'm talking only about strategy, and what I want to show you is the strategy that really helped me turn my business round and allow me to build 3 businesses. Is that okay if I share that with you? Yes. Are you sure?
Yes.
Good. I'm the author of 3 books, and also I'm a consultant to the government in the UK, where I go into businesses and I help them take businesses that are 100K plus up until 7 figures, mainly the million space. Beyond million space, that's kind of a different consultancy. So before we get, I went the other way, see? Everything's different in Vegas. My book, which is available here, recently became a bestseller. There we go, good. I always get that response. I love it. Thank you. It just makes me happy. But before we get going, look, I've shared some stages with some amazing speakers. I have 6,000 hours of delivery time. I have done a lot in terms of speaking, in terms of coaching, in terms of mentoring. I don't coach anymore. And I've done rooms with 10 people up until 500 plus. But here's the thing. I'm going to be judged on 2 things and 2 things alone. What father I am to my newborn daughter and what husband I am to my wife. That's all I'm interested in. Everything I do is all about creating that for me to be the best father and to be the best husband. Thank you. Oh, come on, you can do better. There we go. If you're going to clap, clap properly, right? So before we get going, I just want to dispel some myths, being British and everything. I don't know the Queen, okay? I've never met the Queen. She's never invited me around for tea, ever. The second one is not all beer in the UK is warm. All right? We do have some cold beer in the UK, but not necessarily the weather. And the third one is we don't all sound like Hugh Grant. I'm so sorry. For those of you who thought I might sound like, you look really disappointed. I can do my best to mutter and stutter a lot and then sound like him, but it won't work. Okay, so before I shifted to strategy, I was a coach. And I ran a fairly big coaching company. It was a nationally recognized brand. I used to be known as the coach with a hat. I ran a seminar called Power to Succeed, which is also the name of my book. And then 2 years ago, I changed. And I changed and I focused on strategy because, I don't know about you, but I got fed up of meeting change makers, coaches, speakers who were broke, who were struggling to get their message out there. Anyone know someone like that? Anyone know someone like that quite intimately? Anyone sitting in their seat? Who's not going to put their hand up whatever I say? There's always a couple, right? And I got really frustrated, like, why are these amazing, highly skilled, trained people not making the impact they want? Why are they not going out there and having their message and impacting people's lives? You see, I've been there, and I'm going to tell you about that in a minute, but that's when I changed it, and that's when my mission and purpose changed. I'm going to talk about purpose a lot today. And what I want to do is I want to impact 1 million businesses to be strategic. I want you to, when I finish this talk, I want you to stop thinking being speakers, and I want you to be business owners. I want you to be business owners first, and then you offer speaking as one of your services. Because it's a very different way of behaving versus I'm a speaker, I'm a coach, I'm a consultant, yeah, and I'm going to talk about that. How did I end up here? Why am I talking about this? Back in 2010, I had the best year in my business. I was a coach, I was doing very well, and I made the most money I ever made. And then what happened? I did what every sensible man does when they make lots of money, is I packed my suitcases and I flew to Australia, following the girl I was in love with. And then when I got to Australia, gradually, you know when you show up somewhere and your gut's telling you something's not right? You know that feeling, and it's screaming, but you're ignoring it, going, it'll be okay, hopefully it will work out. Yeah? Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Yeah? And so that happened. The moment I landed, things weren't quite right. And within 2 weeks, this is what happened. First of all my coaching clients except one were like, Elliot, thank you so much, we loved your coaching, we're not renewing. Okay. I was doing some contracting work with another company, and what happened with them, they're like, Elliot, we're not paying you. I'm like, what do you mean you're not paying me? I just made £30,000 this month. Yeah, we're not paying you. You're in Australia, and we are in, you're in the UK. No, the other way around. I was in Australia, then UK. Sod you. All right, not a lot I could do. Then I'd invested in a property in Wales, which is in Britain, not England. Be careful calling a Welsh person an Englishman. They'll kick your ass, right? And what happened, I invested in 2005, and in 2007, it was meant to be finished. And then what happened, they didn't finish it till 2008. What happened in 2008? The big collapse. I borrowed over my head to make it happen. So by the time I got to Australia, the bank rang me out and said, Mr. K, we don't believe you can make the payments. We're calling the mortgage. I was like, good luck with that. Hung up. Then, here's what really gave me the kick up the butt. The girl I was in love with, this was the conversation. Hey, Elliot, we need to talk. You know what's coming? Yeah, baby, what's going on? Aren't we having a good time? The sky's blue, we're in a beautiful country, it's amazing. I literally did that as I was speaking. She's like, well, you know Bob the billionaire, and he was a billionaire, and I've changed his name, he's American. You could Google him, I'm not telling you who he is. Well, he's offered me a job, and he's kind of told me that I have to choose the job or you, and I choose the job. Okay, so basically, I'm being dumped for a billionaire. You could put it that way. That day, I went for a walk. I was staying on Coogee Beach, for those of you who know Australia, and I went for the Bondi Cliff, and I found a beautiful-looking cliff, and I was looking down, and it was a really low, deep fall, and the waves were splashing up, and the wind was in my face, and I was like, why me? Anyone had that moment? Why me? I'm a good person. I coach people to have good lives. I'm a great leader. I'm doing great things in this world. Why me? And I was staring down. And then I remembered a story that someone told me. It wasn't a story. It was actually in America, funnily enough. I used to do the camp thing, coming on camps in summers. And he was in the Poconos, and this one guy, never saw him again. We were having a conversation about life, and he literally turned and slapped me. And went, Elliot, I want you to remember this. The graveyard is the wealthiest place on this planet. Because people take their dreams intact. And I wasn't ready to take my dream anywhere besides making it happen. When I was standing, I had everything going through my head. Is it because my father was an alcoholic? Is it because I was raped when I was a kid? Is it because of all the things going through my head? But I was like, do you know what? I'm going to give this everything I could possibly can. And then I'm going to hold my head high if it doesn't work out. So I came back to the UK, and I started to really research, what is it that people do? What is it that successful businesses do to make it work? I was not ready to give up. Are you ready to give up?
No.
Good. And so I came back to UK. I was broke. I had no income. I certainly didn't have a girl in my life. Yeah, and I was like, do you know what? I'm going to turn this round. And I'm going to tell you about that a bit later on. This is the system that helped me turn everything round. This is the system which I'm going to share with you. I don't have a lot of time, but really helped me build the business, launch Power to Succeed, launch a new business, turn Pony Express to be a commercial commodity that actually brings in money, that gives me the life that I want to live, that allows me to be the father and husband I want to be. And I'm going to take you through that. I am going to go quickly because I only have 45 minutes. But the good news is I'm back in October in LA. Is that good? Yes or no?
Yes.
Exactly. So I'll tell you more about that later. So let's look at this. Here's some of the companies I've worked with, mainly in the UK. Strategically, I've helped them build. But you might, know some of them. If you don't, I still work with them. It doesn't change anything. Right? Here's some of the people I mentor. I do some mentoring as well. I always show this because sometimes when you talk about being a mentor, people can't quite always relate what that means. So I just want to show I work with real people who have real businesses who do real things. Yes? And here's the thing. Before I get going, why do we start a business? Let's have some shout-outs. Freedom. What else?
Impact.
Purpose. Impact. Service. Money. Excellent. One more. Influence. Fantastic. All great reasons. So according to the Business Growth International, there's 6 key reasons why we start a business. One of them, we have a passion. What do we have? Passion. What do we have?
Passion.
Thank you. You have passion for something. You want to go out there and you want to turn it into a business. The second reason is freedom. What is it?
Freedom.
We want the freedom to choose how we live our life. Yes or no?
Yes.
The next one is money. What is it?
Money.
Now, who here, please be honest, has problems with money? Raise your hands. None of you? Seriously, I know I'm UK and in America. Thank you for your honesty. Keep your hands up a second. Right? Now, who else has problems asking for their worth or following up on money? Keep your hands up. Good. I'm going to give you 3 words that are going to change your life. All right? Are you ready for them?
Yes.
If you're ready for them, give me a yes.
Yes.
Okay, lean in. Come here. Lean in. Lean in. Get over it. Got it? These are 3 words going to change your life because you cannot build a business if you have issues with money. Right? You need to deal with that S-H-I-T. Yes? Right? Get over it. Yeah? The next reason is time. We want time. We want to control time. We don't want time to control us. The next one is the other way. To be of service. And the last one is less stress. We build a business because we want less stress, right? Ah, let me ask you that question. How's that working out for you so far? Here is what we get. Passion, I'm losing it. Freedom, I ain't got none. I'm busy being busy. Who knows someone's busy being busy? What you doing? I'm busy. But I still manage to watch Narcos on Netflix. But I'm busy. Does anyone know someone like that? Yeah? Money, what money? It comes, it goes. It comes, it goes. It comes, it goes. Yeah? Time, I got no time because I'm busy being busy, remember? And of course, less stress. I put yeah, right, but I obviously get a lot more language than that. A bit more colorful, sometimes like begins with S and F and stuff like that. Yeah? And of course, but it doesn't have to be that way. It really doesn't. Right? You do not have to be on this side of the equation when you're building business. Isn't that right, Emily? Absolutely. Yeah? And for me, it's this system which I'm going to talk you through right now. Yeah? So I'm going to move fast. So please pay attention. The first part of the strategy system is what we call the heartbeat. And the heartbeat breaks into 3 different areas. It's your purpose, but it's your strategic purpose. It's why you exist as a business, not your why in life, although the 2 can link. But if an investor asks you, why do you exist, you'll be able to define that from a strategic point of view. And I'm going to show you the 5 key components. Values is what you stand for as a business, and that creates your recruitment and your people strategy. And the last part is vision, and I don't explain what vision is, but please make sure your vision is in line with your purpose, because now businesses I go into, and they literally have different visions to purposes, and of course they're getting nowhere. Because it's like putting 2 different postcodes, or zip codes as you call them, into your, we call them sat-navs, what do you call them? You know that thing that tells you where to go in your car? Yeah, that thing. GPRS, yes, that one. That one. And they end up going like this, and their teams are like this, and the business are like this, and their bank accounts are like this. Yeah? So let me tell you the 5 key components to building a strategic purpose for your business. This is everything. This is why you keep going when times are tough, and this is why you keep going when times are great. This is everything. This isn't just for 12 months, this is 5 for 10 years. Yeah? So I'm going to give you the 5 key components. And what I'd love you to do is take this, do it tonight to the avid workers, and show me it tomorrow. All right? A little bit of home play for you. Okay? So the first part is, what's your passion piece? And what I mean by a passion piece is you only do the passion stuff. You only do what you're passionate about in your business. The rest you hire for. Right? But too many, and I can know a lot of people in this room, you're doing everything. You're juggling so many things. You're doing more of what you're not passionate about than what you're passionate about. Yeah? So only do what you're passionate about. It takes time, but you only do what you're passionate about. The next part is impact. A lot of entrepreneurs forget this part because they're too in love with their idea. How many of you are in love with your idea and your services? Raise your hand. Here's the thing. This is what I do when I work with a lot of business owners. You've got to know where you can make the impact. Who is your ideal avatar, as we'd call them, ideal client? And that's what you focus on. But too many are like, well, I've got this great idea, it's a great business, it's great this, it's great that. Great, tell me how many sales you get. None. But it's a great idea. It's clearly not if no one's buying it. Yeah? So it's really where can you make impact? Next part is services. What are the services you can create that will make the impact which allow you to serve your passion? Next part is financial. Now this is a 7-figure speaker conference. So I hope in your financial, you want to build a 7-figure speaking business or business, whatever that might be. And the last piece is this. I'm going to tell you a quick story. So I did this session with a consultancy. And these guys are turning over £8 million, which is about £10 million. And I said, they were good at telling me what they're passionate about, all their services. And I said, tell me one thing. Tell me how much time you have to spend with your family. Tell me how much fun you have in the business. He goes, oh, no, I can't do, no. I can't do that. I'm too busy with the business. Does anyone know someone like that? Yeah? And I said, but what about this piece? Tell me about the lifestyle piece of the business you're building. And he went, what? I can have a life? I can have a lifestyle? Yes. Ladies and gentlemen of Vegas, if you're building a business and it's consuming your lifestyle, you're building the wrong business. If you're building the business and you're not seeing your friends and your family and there's no time for fun and play, you're building the wrong business. Yes, the lifestyle piece is an essential element of any good strategic purpose. I'm glad you agree. Thank you very much. Thank you. My work here is done. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah? So here's some key questions. Take a picture of this if you want. If you're going to tweet it, there is a hashtag down there that says hashtag strategy intensive. But think about that. Stop. I do this with people right at the beginning, 8 million plus businesses. It's always the first session. Because unless you have a strong strategic purpose, your business will be all over the place. So will your time, and so will your money. I'm going to show you ours. Do you want to see ours? No? Shall I just skip that slide? Do you want to see my businesses? Do you want to see that? Yes or no? Yes. Sorry, I think you're a bit confused there with what does ours mean. I know it's like beautiful language separated by 2 different continents. Yeah? Okay. Here's ours. So this is my businesses. I say ours because my wife is involved in the business and I have a team. And this is all of us together. So our passion piece, we're passionate about giving businesses tools to grow. Yeah? The impact piece, highly skilled and trained change makers. Yeah? Who want to grow their businesses and become leaders. No, sustainably. Service, offer people cutting-edge strategic tools allowing them to become leaders in their industry. Financial, build a multi-million pound, because I still trade in the UK, even though we're launching in the US, there'll be a different one for the US, we'll change it to dollars, I promise. Yeah. Business with a 5-year exit plan, allowing us time for philanthropy to become investors. My ultimate goal is to invest in businesses. That's the one thing I want to do, is be an investor. I love it. I want people to pitch to me. I can go, I'm out. Yeah? Next part is lifestyle. This is our lifestyle. This is individual to every single person. Freedom to choose how and where we live, to create an inspiring environment for our family. That's our lifestyle piece. The reason I can be here right now is because of that purpose. The reason I can be here right now to serve you is because in this room is absolutely people I can make an impact in. So when Tony and I connected, he said, hey, do you want to come to Vegas? I'm like, hell yeah. Yeah? If you're a room of accountants, I might have to charge her a fee. Nothing against accountants, right? But you're not where I can make an impact. I don't know enough about accountancy. I'll be shortchanging myself by showing up and telling you this. They'll be like, well, can you tell me about the legislation law about this accountancy? Be like, no. Make sense? Yes or no? Yes. Are you with me? Yes or no? Yes. Excellent. So this is a guy called Chris Hill. He's based in the UK, and he's an addiction specialist. The problem with Chris, he's a very passionate guy. And addictions is a very wide industry. He can work with so many different types of addictions. So what we did with him, which is what I'm going to show you, is we got absolutely crystal clear on who his ideal market was. Then he was able to monetize better because he knew what they wanted from him, and he went and created the products from that to serve them. And do you think it's easier to sell to your audience when they've asked for what they want? Yes or no? Yes. Too many people create their signature product without talking to their market first. It's a waste of time and a waste of money, and I did it. I did it when I came back from Australia, broke, and I created 3 products, and they're the best products in the world. Guess how many sales I got? 0. Why are you laughing? So mean. And you're British. You're supposed to be on my side. It's true, I got 0 sales. Big wake-up call. Yeah, so what we did with him, yes, it's an avatar. We got absolutely crystal clear on the avatar. And for now, what the avatar wants is time with him. Now, we know for 2 years that's not scalable. But that's why we're looking to do his IP, to get his products right so he can step away. In fact, he's actually pitching to the US government. He has to get 100 testimonials, and then he's going to pitch to the US government about his addiction therapy, which is great news. Yeah? The key is, most of you in this room will be solving a pain. The more you understand your avatar's pain, the more they're likely to buy from you. Right? And here are the 4 steps that we're going to take you through of how you go through that and you commercialize your business more, your IP. Shall I share that with you? Yeah. How am I doing for time? I need to know if I should zoom forward.
21 minutes so far.
Awesome. So that leaves me 24 minutes. Now, UK minutes and US minutes are different, so it's 2 to 1. So I'm going on UK time. Okay, so let me show you the process. And this is what I do with all my clients and all the businesses, and this is how you monetize it even more. So there's 4 key steps. We talked about analyzing your avatar. I want to say this. Speaking to your friends is not your avatar, unless they're your avatar. A lot of people go, what do you think about this? Is this a good idea? What are your friends going to say? Sure, it's a great idea. I believe in you. You can do it. It's good for your ego, not good for your business. Right? Go ask 100 people, and then go ask another 100 people. Collate the results, and then you organize your offering. Right? Then you start to create the offering, the services or the products to fit with what they want from the research you've done. I'm telling you, if all of you did this, your businesses would grow much quicker, much faster, and more sustainable. Once you've done that, you market, you test. Again, a lot of people go, I just believe in my idea, and I'm going to put all this money into this, and then they end up with nothing. Right? Test your marketing. Marketeers in the room, yes or no? Yes. Yeah. Test. Facebook advertising doesn't care how much you believe in your product. Right? Any advertising doesn't care. What only matters is the data. Once you've got the data, and you know what's working, which means you need to be patient. What's the word? Patient sometimes. Then you streamline and scale. Then you go big. Then you up your game. But it's test, test, test. What is it? Test. Good. Is this making sense? Yes? And this is what a lot of entrepreneurs and business owners do not do, what a lot of speakers do not do. Because we're passionate people, we want to share our message, we want to do this. Great. But the more you share in front of your audience, the more likely they are to want to buy from you, the more they want to work with you because you know all of this stuff. And I've done research in the US, not just the UK, and I can tell you the problems are typically global. Not making the impact they want, not getting the sales they want, and not getting enough speaking gigs, and the business isn't growing fast enough. Is that about right? Yes or no? Yeah. Right. And that's from years of research. So, for those of you on Facebook, I do have a room which you can join. It's called the Strategy Room. You do have to ask to join. You get asked some questions. You don't have to answer them. Just say, Elliot, saw you in Vegas. You're awesome. Right? And then you'll be accepted. And just share some learnings you had from the whole day or from this strategy session. Plus, you can connect with other people globally. We've got people from Morocco, people from the UK, people in Eastern Europe. So join the Strategy Room. And then I tend to share resources in there as well. So you can keep in touch with me that way. The last part of this strategy, right, is the game plan. And the game plan is the 5 key strategies you must, what's the word? Have in your business. Must. Now, the reason I can work with various levels of businesses is because it's about the system, and it's the system that gets the results. So there's 5 key strategy, and I guarantee most of you focus on 2, right? There's the marketing strategy, the sales strategy, the operational strategy, financial strategy, which Gary and I were talking about back there, weren't we? Talking about, the numbers, the importance of knowing your numbers, and the people strategy. So marketing, people hearing about you. I'm going one-on-one, seriously one-on-one. Sales, people buying from you. Operations, the processes and the systems in your business. This is like, you love this, that's what you do, right? Yeah. Financials, money in the bank, and how to get it. Yes? Do you have a business? We call it the inland revenue. What do you call it here? The tax man? Yeah? IRS. Do they think you have a business or an expensive hobby? Right? And the people. If you want to run a 7-figure speaking business, you need people in your business. The reason I can stand here now is because my team back home are working away. I've got a team of 6 now, including 2 interns. The reason I could take a 6 weeks honeymoon 2 years ago with my beautiful wife. By the way, if any of you doubt this strategy works, you should check my wife out. There's no way she would have married out without good strategy, I'm telling you. Yeah? There's no way Emily's so beautiful, like, hey, that guy's got game. Yeah? But people are everything. You want to scale your business, you want to grow your business? See, when someone sneezes, when you make a statement, it means it's true. Yeah? Yeah? You need people in your business. It's essential. And I'm going to talk about this, but start thinking who instead of how. You might want to write that down. Who instead of how. Isn't it interesting that the 5 key strategies are also the 5 pain points of every business? Isn't that interesting? Yeah? Because whatever level you get to, you need to go to the next level, it becomes a pain point. So what I want you to do right now, just for literally 45 seconds each, is turn to the person next to you and just say, what are your pain points in these areas? Literally for 45 seconds. Ready? Turn to the person, your time starts now, go. What are your pain points in those areas? You can talk to both of them. Another 45 seconds. 10 seconds. And time. Give your partner a high five and say, you got strategy. Okay. Listen. Right now, you did a high five a bit like the Brits. They're like, yeah, you got strategy. Show me American high five. Turn to your partner, give him a high five and say, you got strategy. Elbows is good. So let me share some of the pain points that we get, right? Around marketing. I can't get enough speaking gigs. Who relates to that? Yeah? I can speak in front of everyone. Anyone relate to that? I can just speak. I just want to speak. Your hand's going up a lot. This is good. Yeah? I don't understand how to market myself online or offline. Anyone relate to that? Yeah? And the other one is overwhelm. Who feels there's so much going on right now? Do you like what? Is it Snapchat? Is it Facebook Live? Facebook? Is it Facebook Story? Is it Insta Story? Insta Live? Oh, who relates to that? Yeah. Selling. I don't know how to sell. I feel uncomfortable selling. I undersell. Anyone relate to that? Remember my 3 words? Get over it. Operations. I often am met with a dull look, like, tell me about the operations in your business. And they're like, what's that? What's operations? What do you mean? I'm just a speaker. I'm just a coach. I'm just this. I'm like, what? Right? Let me tell you about operations. So this is me speaking at Google Campus in the UK about strategy. Now, we did this event. There were 300 registrations. 100 people showed up on the day. And there were 2 other speakers. One of them is my business partner from the public speaking company. And unfortunately, their operational capacity wasn't to scratch. The moment I finished my talk, we uploaded all the emails, and they got an email straight away. We sent an email to those who didn't attend and to those who did, without any extra work, because it was already ready to go. I got 40 people sign up to my event, and 10 of them converted to paying clients. Does it pay to have good operations in your business? Yes or no? Absolutely. So please look at the operations in your business. It's very important. Yeah? Financials, not knowing your numbers is a crime. You've got to know your numbers. Yeah? Who am I to charge that? Even if you're starting out, know your numbers of where you need to suddenly break even. Do the maths. Gary's nodding. He's like, yes, it's like music to my ears. Yeah? Is that right? Thank you. Yeah? And people, I can't afford it. I need to do everything myself. I don't trust anyone who has trust issues. Yeah? And thank you for your honesty. That goes back to the values piece that we talk about, the heartbeat piece. Yeah? If you enroll people in line with your values, then you won't have trust issues. Tanya and I connected. We spoke for what? 20 minutes. We knew our values in line. She invited me. I told my wife, I'm like, should I do this? Should I not? I said, you know what? Nothing, my gut's not saying there's anything wrong here. I trust her values. Jumped in a plane, came here. Left my beautiful daughter for the first time since she was born. And God, I miss her so much. And my wife. Are you listening, Emily? I miss you both. Where, by the way, very quickly, where are the know-it-alls? I know all this stuff in this room. Is anyone going to admit to go, I know this stuff? No one's going to admit to that. Well, Roz knew this stuff. So I know this stuff. I built a property portfolio. I'm running a coaching business. I know this stuff. And then she came to my 2 days, and she went through the system, and she completely changed the direction of her business because she understood she was building the wrong business because she had no time freedom. She had no money. And she certainly wasn't making the impact she wanted. And then she sent us this testimonial. If you've read it, great, don't worry too much. So even the people that know all this stuff, there's room to grow. Would you agree? Yes or no? Yes. Excellent. So, just very quickly, how we can work together. There's 2 key ways. As I said, I'm launching in LA. I do mentoring. For that, you just have to have more of a serious chat, one-on-one chat with me. But there's Strategy Intensive, which is coming to LA in October. I'm just going to go very quickly into this. So it's 2 full days of training on the system that I discussed with you, all the key areas, and you leave with an executable plan, which allows you to go out there and build a business wherever you are. It could be 6 figures, 7 figures. Look, before you make it to 7, you need to make it to 6. Yeah? Can I just be clear on that? Too many people want to jump. It's a big jump. Yeah? So that's how we can work together, and we literally go through each area of the system. It's very impactful 2 days. Right? I want you to think about this as well. Now, Google did a study about why and how do people buy. He's taking pictures. Is that in there? Good. Yeah, and they found out when people buy these days, especially high-ticket items, they consume 7 hours of content. So really think, do you have 7 hours of content out there? On 11 different platforms, on 4 different occasions. Yeah, this isn't my stuff, this is Google. They looked at how people buy high-ticket items. This is how. Now, I know I'm not on 11 platforms because I've been for a rebrand the last 2 years. I need to up my platformness. But I got 7 hours of content. You can see me more than once. You can meet me 4 times. And this is how people decide to buy. So I really want you to think about that. So now you understand the whole purpose and strategy part. There's 7 key steps. The first one is be brave and look at your weak spots in your business. The mic's coming and going, but that's okay. I'm loud enough. Can you hear me? Yeah. Good. Yeah? And strategize. What needs to happen where? You know the 5 key areas of the business. What needs to happen where? You need to get your content up and highly targeted. You want your avatar to be reading it. You want your avatar to be consuming it. Not everybody's Bob and their dog. Yeah? It's all about targeting your avatar. 3, review your marketing and sales funnels. Everyone has a funnel. It's whether it's working or not. Next part is refine your avatar's messaging. Because if people aren't entering your funnels, then something's broken in your messaging. The last part is raise your profile. A lot of speakers, not you, of course, not anyone in this room, they think that people are going to knock on their door and just offer them gigs. Yeah? Unless you raise your profile. Emily talked about raising her profile beautifully. Going, be seen, putting yourself in the right places. Being online, offline is equally important. That's endless. The profile raising. What was that? Did you hold something up? No? 10 minutes. Okay, shit. All right? Create your game plan. Yeah? And instead of how, think who. Got it? Oh. Listen, guys, I've got 10 minutes here. I'll tell you what. Come give me your email and stuff, and I'll email you the slides. All right? Is that okay? Yes or no? Because I need to zoom forward now. I'm going to go mega British speed here. Yeah? You know, like Freddie Mercury, don't stop me now. That's me, all right? Here we go. Yeah? This was Harriet. She came to me. She was struggling on sales. We really refined her messaging. We really refined exactly what she needed for her avatar to want to buy from her. She was doing okay, but then she got a lot better when we looked at her sales funnels and her marketing in that respect. Look, I told you about my oh shit moment, yeah, which was standing on that cliff, and I was ready. But I wasn't ready to give up, and I knew I had to do things differently, really differently. So I came back to the UK, and I found someone who was a strategist. And he said to me, Elliot, I love your story, but I don't normally work with people like you. I don't know what he meant by that. But he said, if you're serious about working with me, raise £6,000 in 24 hours. And that's what I did. I went home, I called everybody. I was like, I know I haven't spoken to you ever, but could you lend me some money? I know, remember that bar mitzvah money? Can I have it now? I'm going to get married one day. Can I have my marriage money? Blah, blah, blah. Right? And within 24 hours, I raised £4,000. Yeah, which is about $6,000. I can't remember the exchange right now. And here's the irony. And I started to work with him in the business group. He climbs Everest every year. And he pulled me aside and said, Elliot, I'm climbing Everest. If I die, would you take over my company? I said, what? He said, yeah, would you take over my company? I said, I plan to come back. But if I die, would you? And I said, sure. But at that moment I felt two things, very humbled and very scared. Because when the universe or God or the higher power is calling you to step up, then it comes with this level of uncertainty and fear. And that was the year where everyone was killed. Do you remember that year with a big avalanche? Yeah. Luckily he made it. That's the good news. Whew. So, as I said, Strategy Intensive's coming to LA. Is it okay if I tell you a little bit more about it? Yes. Is that okay? Yes or no? Yes. Yeah? Yes or no? Yes. Good. So I told you what it's about. Yeah, it's 2 days going really depth. There's also information on my table. You can't miss me. I'm there. Elliot K. That's me. Yeah, we go very, very deep. Look, it's my unlimited belief that got me off that cliff. And it's my unlimited belief in people that allows me to do this. And it was my limited belief in helping people that guy offered me his business. Now, it's all very well me speaking about it, but I'm going to play you a quick video. Can we have the volume up, please? Of people who have attended Strategy Intensive. Because I can tell you how brilliant it is. But I want them to tell you. Is that okay?
I've spent the last 2 days with Elliot K at his Strategy Intensive, and I really, really enjoyed myself. Not only was it fun, connecting with lots of cool people and fellow business owners, I've actually learned a lot about what it takes to really run a business, and not just any business one, the six-figure one that everyone wants.
Elliot's the man. He knows what he's talking about, and what we've learned in the last 2 days has added massive, massive value to our business.
And so what this workshop did, which was really helpful to me, how to strategically move from where I am to where I want to be and take it into fact.
A really, really clear strategy of how I can get my products out to my customers, about how I can generate very clear revenue from my business, and about how I justify the revenue that I generate to my customers and deliver them value.
So after this weekend, we really see our business as a business, see our numbers strategically, and also really get clear picture of our vision, value, and avatar to understand them from inside out.
It's worth every minute. It is no fluff, straight to the point, giving me tools which I can use immediately in my business. It transformed the way I think about my business. Elliot was really helpful, approachable, kind, but also very efficient as a trainer. So I can really recommend this course to every business owner, even if you are just thinking about the business or you have a business. It is transformational. Thank you.
Invite you to come down and invest in yourself for these 2 days, is that if you really, really want to be that successful business owner.
And the best part of it is, if people are thinking of coming down to the Strategy Intensive with Elliot, is that Elliot is a really, really genuine, nice guy. going through all of these things like financials, going through things like people in particular. If you're a single business operator, it's a hard thing to not have people around you to get things done. Going through these hard areas, but with someone whose heart is in the right place, who walks his walk, and is a really big inspiration, a great mentor to all of us.
You have to know the how and also the why and the when and the what for your current situation, and Elliot gives you all of that.
And we have fun. Unfortunately, I can't tell you the fun part, but we dance, we high five, we have a good time. We're going to skip that part, the whole dancing. These are the results you're expected to get. So if you want to take a picture of it, because I just don't have time to go through the one-to-one, again, I'll email it out. It might not be today, though, the emailing thing, but I'll see if I can get the team to send it to you if you give me your emails. Right, but basically we go through each part of the business, all right? Did you get the picture? Yeah? Okay, if not, it's on the flight, it's there as well. Right, it's a £2,000 weekend, right? It's happening, $2,000 even, sorry, $2,000. Right, it's happening in the Doubletree in Culver City on the 14th, 15th of October. And for those of you who do enroll today, I'll give you a copy of my best-selling book as well. There's a testimonial from a trader. And also I'll give you a kick-ass early session, strategy session with me, which is valued at £800. Dollars. I need to stop saying pounds. Damn. Dollars, right? Here's the thing. I am going to give you a special offer, but I'm going to give you a special offer for 3 reasons. One, I want to make this as accessible to as many people as possible. I want it to be a no-brainer. Either you want to do it or you want to do it, right? The second reason is I don't want the price point to be an issue. I know what this did for my life. Strategy changed my life, and that sounds dramatic, but strategy is literally what allowed me to turn everything around. And the third reason is I want to record an American version of that video. So when you've had a couple of great days and you've had an amazing time, I can film you and put you up there as a success story. Is that okay? Yes. So what I will do now is I'll show you the price. So the bonuses apply today, all right? And the price for that in LA in October with the bonuses is $750. And that's why. I just want you to come and have an incredible 2 days. Have you got value, yes or no? Yes. Have you learned 1 or 2 things, yes or no? Yes. Excellent. Before I finish, I want to say this. Remember, you're ready. You're ready now. Stay hungry, stay focused, stay strategic. Thank you very much.